video here. Told you I was going to do a video of but this is the SpyPoint cell link that I'm been using, and I'm going to give you my review, my take on it. So hopefully that you know, we can have a good understanding. This thing does work and it doesn't work, and it all depends on cell service in your area. That's the main thing. But let me break this thing down. You get this little rubber duck antenna that screws here on the side. Okay. And then this is the lock that opens it up. And as you can see, it has a place for a cable to go through, or a long shanked lock where you can lock this. And it comes with the rubber duck, that case. And then here's this. This is the this is a full-size SD card that in your camera you would plug that in where your SD card would go, and then this ribbon cable, and that's the tricky part. Let me get my 8-man camera out here. This is the 8-man camera, and this is the one Jared had problems with. I have not tried it out in the field. Get my SD card out. You pull your SD card out, okay, and that's a 32 gig SD card in this camera, and you would put this in where your SD card would go. But you've got to make sure that when you put that in, before you close up the lid on this thing, you have to get enough cable. And that's the problem with this camera, I do believe, because that's what Jared was having a problem with. He would never get a connection. But you've got to put enough cable in that when you shut this thing, it does not pull on your SD card, on the SD card. Now, you know, this is a flat ribbon cable, and I'm trying to get it to where it will shut without pulling on the SD card. Okay, I got it to shut. I don't know if it pulled the SD card out or not. Of course, I don't have the camera on to try it. But you have then enough cable here to screw this. There's a port right here, USB to USB, and you would plug this in, and you got this little cap that screws it in and secures it. Okay, and then you would turn this on, your camera would be on, and then you could, with the app, you can have it send you whatever it's taken in the past 2 hours every 2 hours, or you can set it for twice a day, and it would send you whatever. And I think when you first get this, the app, you get 100 pictures a month free. Anything over 100, you gotta wait until the clock resets for your next 30 days. We'll get into a little bit more of that. But when you turn this on, it's got cell service. You got this on, it should work. Now, Jared had problems. I have not tried it. When I first got this, I done an initial review. The link to that initial review will be up in the top here for my initial review, and I was testing it with an 8-man camera out in the yard. So, and it worked. So I don't know if I'm pretty sure I had the door closed on it, but Jared was having problems. He never got any pictures at all. And I know the first time it was more that the SD card pulled out, and he did not get any connections. We thought we fixed that. He tried it again. He still didn't get any pictures. But again, it all depends on your cellular connection. This comes in two. I know this one is for AT&T, and the other one is, I don't know if it's Verizon or what it is, but it's not AT&T. I got this on AT&T. When I set it up, like I said, I got pictures, but I did notice that there's an app on the phone that you can see your signal strength, and I would see the signal strength at one time be 90%, then 50, then back to 90, down to 25. A few times I've seen 0. I don't blame it on the cell link by SpyPoint. I blame it on AT&T, their service, because the cell phone does the exact same thing. So in that area, so if you've got good signal in your area, this should work. Now, you've seen how the SD card fit into the camera, and this fit into the bottom of the cell link. The cell link, even in those days whenever you've exceeded 100 pictures in 30 days and you're not getting any pictures and you're wondering if it's taking it, it still saves pictures because you have a micro SD card. If I can get it out. And I think, yeah, this is a 32 gig micro SD card. So I've got a pack here. This is usually how I buy them. 2 micro SD cards, card reader. These are 32 gigabyte and they're rated at 10 for video and so forth. But that goes in here. Get it back in there. And it saves the pictures it takes, even though you might not be getting them because you exceeded that 100 free days. They're on this SD card. Now this is your battery pack. Now this thing, I don't think I ever even changed the batteries in it. But you pull back on, or you push down on it, pull back on that, and the battery pack comes out. Now it takes 8 AA batteries. And you can see I've got RadioVac batteries in here. And when you turn it on, which I'll turn it on here in just a second. Let me put the rubber duck on. I got this originally to try to use up at hunting camp, thinking that I might, there's one spot up there where we just barely get signal, and I thought, well, let's see if this will work. And it never picked up signal. But when you first get this, put your rubber duck antenna on it, put your SD card in it, turn it on, and you'll see these light up. This is your status. Here is it's checking for signal. Now the way I've got it right here and leaned down, I might get a red or I might get an amber. Once it gets signal, you see how it's flashing. It'll continue to do that until it's received cell signal. And I'm going to have some pictures from this in this video that you can see. Now see, okay, now I got, and you see now the status light's flashing. It's getting any information, any updates that it needs for the SIMS card that's in here that you can't access. But I've got 2 bars, a red and an orange. So orange is I'm minimal. Red is I'm on the, I'm on the fringe. I might not get anything at all. But this green light will keep flashing until it's made contact with cell link and or SpyPoint for the app and everything. And then once it's done its update, whatever it needs to do, this will all go out. And when it goes out, then you can close up the door on it, and it will be ready to use. I'm just waiting here to see again if when it goes out. At this point you could close it up and go ahead and have your camera on and everything. There, it just went out. So it's done. So you can close it up, latch it shut, and then like I said, you could lock it right here. Now it's got strap here so you can strap it to a tree. That's the only bad thing is I have not figured out a way to fix a box for this to keep it from being damaged by a bear. This cable, you know, this is going to be, you can see it's not a very long run of cable. Like I said, this is a flat ribbon cable. You can buy these, I think they're about $15, because there has been issues that people have gotten these and the cable not work. This was working, but for a reason, come find out it was the cable. They bought a new cable that cured it. But when you put this in and hook it up, my camera, the one I used last year, was my stealth camera. It's out in the woods now, so I don't know. Have it here to show you, but I did not hook this to it this time. But when this is in the camera and this is running up out of the steel box that my stealth camera's in, and it goes into the top of this or into the bottom of this, this is strapped to the tree just above that steel box. So this cable, however much, is exposed. So a squirrel, a raccoon, even a bear, if they get up there, they could tear it off. Now, they do make, and I've seen them, SpyPoint sells them. I call them quite expensive. There are external antennas other than this rubber duck you can get. Let me turn this thing back off. Okay. I got an antenna from a friend of mine. I have not made a mount for it because it's a little mag mount. This is it right here. Just a little 4G little mag mount antenna with a lot of coax cable. It has the same connector, and I can screw it on there. And if I do that right now and turn this on, you would probably see one green bar light up. Instead of the red and orange, you'd probably see one green bar light up. But they make one that I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's not like that. It's got a plate that comes with it. You can mount the plate to the tree, and the antenna is mounted to that, and then the cable comes down, screws in. But I will, like I said, I'm going to post some pictures, and they'll be here at the end. This thing is also able to run off of 12 volt. It's got a plug right here that you can plug a 12 volt power source to it, to where you don't have to have the double A's, and run it off 12 volts. I had this thing, and I'm trying to remember when I first put it out. That's when I put my camera out. I think it was back in May or June, and I put those batteries in it. They were fresh, they were new, and I run them all the way up until the weekend before we left to go on our deer hunting trip. So if it was May, you had June, July, August, September, October, and about half of November. So about 5.5 months. I still had 50% battery life. And at first, you know, I wasn't getting a lot of pictures with this SpyPoint cell link. Jared kept saying, "Dad, take it off, take it off. You know, you're getting pictures, you're just not getting them." But we were at a new tree stand location. You've seen the videos where we put out the trophy tree stands. We didn't get our feeders put out. We was on a trail. I don't know if you call it a high traveled trail, but I was getting a few pictures. I mean, I might get 10, 20 within 30 days, something like that. Then we went out and put out corn. Didn't put the feeders out. We just took a 50-pound bag of corn and just threw it all over in front of the camera, off to the sides of the camera. And about 3 days after we'd done that, I exceeded my 100 pictures in a month. And finally, I decided to go ahead and pay for a subscription. I think it was to get 250, 300. I'd have to look at the app. There's different subscription rates. They charge you by the month. And so I signed up, got it, and what pictures it had taken after I exceeded the 100 days. As soon as I paid for that subscription and it updated the cell link, those pictures were sent to me. And I almost maxed out the subscription plan I had for 30 days. But it did send me those pictures. And of course, that's because we had the corn out. Okay, I'm going to try to show the app here. I got, hopefully my GoPro's picking this up. Here's the app, SpyPoint. And it comes on, and you got to log in or activate your device. And of course, it's going to ask me for my password. And let's see if I can remember it. There we go. So right now you can see it says no photos found because it's not running. But you got your camera, which shows you what device you have. Okay, let's see if it shows no photos. And then, you know, when you're not a paid subscriber, you got species, and it really doesn't matter. But you got different ones you can pick: antlerless deer, turkey, coyote, moose, wild boar, bear, human activity. You know, you can pick that, and I don't know if that tells it only to send you those pictures of that particular thing. Like if I turn bucks on, but I get pictures of those, I don't know. I hadn't tried that. And it's got full HD, which I hadn't used that. Don't know for sure about that. And then there's favorites. That's join the club, dismiss now, pull off the full HD. And you got maps, you got weather. That's giving you the weather forecast for right here, right now. But you know, there's your camera, and here you can see it's got 50% battery life. Or wait a minute, no. The last time that was connected, that's antenna strength, 50% antenna strength. It's got 35% battery life. And it says I've got the free plan, 100 photos in 30 days, which says I got 24 days left. So, but again, looking at this, you have the status of your cell link. And like I said, last time it was 50%. That's just when we just had it on. AA battery, 35%. SD card, 1.5 gigabyte used, 28.3 gigabyte available. Last communication, February 13th, 2022 at 13:20. Temperature, of course, it's reading the temperature in my room in here, 62 degrees. Model, cell link, firmware version, last installation, 2.13.13.20, 120, and activation code right there. And you go back, and you got photos, you got the plans. The premium plan is $15 a month. That's unlimited. The standard plan is $10 a month, and I was on the basic plan, which was 250 pictures. That's the reason why I almost exceeded again whenever it started sending me all my pictures. And then the current plan's 100 photos, and like I said, it's free whenever you purchase this and you activate it. And then you can set it for annual billing or monthly billing whenever you select the plan you want. And then here's your settings, the cell link, restore default settings, delete device, don't want to do none of that. You got cellular setup. This is when it would send to you. I had mine sending 12 times per day, basically starting at midnight. And it would send it to me every 2 hours. If it would communicate with the cell link every 2 hours. If it had taken pictures within that 2 hour span, it would send me those pictures. And then you had temperature in Fahrenheit and battery type, AA, or you could switch to lithium, LIT 10 pack battery pack, or the 12 volt external battery pack. So I had on 8 AA's alkaline. So that's the setup screen and everything for this. But it's a it's a neat. I know there's been good reviews, there's been bad reviews, there's been mediocre reviews. Jared, he bought one. He had issues. It's junk to him. Me, I've discovered it's the cell plan, not the cell plan, the cellular company, where they're always messing with, we're going to 4G, we're going to 5G, and their transmit signal is high or it's low. So, I don't blame SpyPoint or this CellLink product. I think it's the cellular companies. If you're in a good location, you got full bars, this thing will probably work great. If you get that SD card in there, you leave enough cable in it to where when you shut the door, it doesn't pull on the SD card. Remember, the cable on this thing is a flat ribbon cable. It is fragile. You don't want to pinch it. But other than that, I like it. I will hook it up again. But I think I'm going to wait till I have a feeder installed, and I'll probably go that $5 a month plan, maybe the $10 a month plan. I don't know. Once I get the feeder set up and I see what's coming in. Just putting it on a natural trail with no bait or anything, you're at the will of the deer if they use that trail or don't use that trail. But I give it a thumbs up, but you have to try it. And I hate to say, this thing was like $50. I might have got it on sale and it was cheaper. But I hate to tell you that you'll have to buy it and try it and see how it is. Because I don't want you going buying it and then blame Juddy because you bought it and it don't work right. That's like I said, you've got to know your area and your cell service in your area. If it's minimal at least, don't bother. Unless you buy the external antenna. And I'm not going to guarantee that's going to be a big benefit. But where I'm a ham radio operator, I don't have much faith in rubber duck antennas. So that's the reason why, a buddy of mine said, here, I'll give you this, see if that'll help your signal. And like I said, I bought it to use up at deer camp. There's one little spot in the ridge where we hunt that I tried it. I think I even took this antenna up and tried it a second time and just could not get enough signal for it to work. So that scrapped that idea, so I use it on the hunting lease. But appreciate you watching. Sorry this video had some interruptions and some background noise, but just stay tuned for more videos. I got the one where my buddy Tim's wanting to know that backpack I carry in my truck that I called my bug out bushcraft camping backpack. I still got to do that. So Tim, it's coming. But other than that, there'll be some more reviews. I did want to go check my trail camera today. It's been 3 weeks. And I'm not going to get out there today to check it. So it'll probably go another week, so it'll be a month my trail camera's been set out. You do have the mineral block or salt block out. But there'll be future videos coming, so just stay tuned to J&J True Outdoor Adventures. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notify bell so you know when we upload. I have a few people who Facebook message me, Juddy, when's the next video? When's the next video? If you hit that little bell there and say all, every time we upload a video, you're going to get notified. So, especially if you're using your phone or laptop or whatever, and you've got the notifications turned on, you'll know when we upload a video. So, with that, as we like to say, see you in the woods. Thanks for watching.